Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go on to session 19 today, and I'm going to carry on with lesson planning and trying to explain to you this lesson plan in detail so that you understand what it's about when you start preparing your lesson plan. Okay, the first thing is we went through the information at the top, and I told you how to fill that in, and where it says lesson, topic, concept area, I'm now going to fill in that I am going to do development of self in society, and the topic I'm going to is diet and nutrition. So, I will fill in on my form where it says topic. I will fill in development of self in society, and in content area I will fill in diet and nutrition. I will fill the page in, and then of course we go to how long the lesson will be. Right, now before I carry on with the lesson, I want to explain to you what is written on this lesson plan. Specific aims I told you about are found in the CAPS document. And if you have a look in the front, you'll find that there are general aims. You don't worry about the general aims. You worry about the specific aims, and the specific aims, there are about 5 or 6. And you have to choose the specific aim that matches or suits your lesson. So if I'm giving a lesson on diet and nutrition, I'm not going to choose a specific aim that says children should learn their rights and responsibilities. I'm going to look for something about diet and nutrition. Okay, we'll come back to that. Let's go to the lesson objectives. Now this is something that really throws students. They don't get it. When I am giving the lesson, I have to have a vision of it. I've got to know how I'm going to get there. And this is the only way. Why am I teaching this lesson? What am I teaching it for? What do I want these children to learn? So the first one is knowledge. What do I want to put into those children's heads? What knowledge is it that I have gathered together from Google, from my books, from all over, and I want to put it into their heads? Knowledge. The second one is skills. What do I want the children to do with that knowledge? Once it's in their heads, it mustn't just stay there. It must be useful. So what do I want them, what skills do I want them to have once I'm finished this lesson? And the third one is values. These are the 3 parts. Values means how do I want them to feel at the end of the lesson? And please don't say satisfied. I'm talking about values here inside. What have they realized about diet and nutrition? What do I want them to value about this lesson that I've taught? So, your lesson objectives are in 3 parts: knowledge, skills, and values. And in each part, we write, learners will be able to. Learners will be able to. Learners will be able to. Now, when we look at these lesson objectives, if it's knowledge, Learners will be able to know. Learners will be able to choose because it's in their heads. Learners will be able to teach because it's in their heads. When I get to skills, learners will be able to, now the verbs I use is do. Learners will be able to choose their diet, make up their own diet, realize how important the diet is. And all that is under skills, what they do with the knowledge I give them. And values is how they feel. How will these learners feel after I've given this lesson on diet and nutrition? Learners will value food. That's what I want. I don't want them to go and waste food. And I also want them to realize that there are millions of people out there that don't have food. So I want them to appreciate the food that they have. Knowledge, skills, and values. And it comes under here, and you will see it on your template. Knowledge, and you write it in there. Skills, and you write it in there. And where's the third one? Oh, in here. And values, which you also write in that area there. So basically today, I want you just to remember this. When I write my specific aims, they have to match the topic and the content area that I'm teaching. And I'm going to just find them here, just to show you, so that you understand what I'm talking about. If I go to the specific aims in the CAPS document, just here, on page 8, you'll see there are the specific aims. Now, I'm going to read these specific aims. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. I'm going to read them, and you're going to try and see how diet and nutrition would fit into one of these specific aims. Guide learners to achieve their full physical, intellectual, personal, emotional, and social potential. A little bit of it. The second one, develop learners' skills to respond to challenges and play an active and responsible role in the economy and society. No. 3, teach learners to exercise their constitutional rights and responsibilities and to respect the rights of others. Got nothing to do with it. Next one. Guide learners to make informed and responsible decisions about their health, environment, subject choices, further studies, and careers. Yes. Provide opportunities for learners to demonstrate an understanding of and participate in activities that promote movement and physical development. Now, I think that number 4 is the one, to make informed and responsible decisions about their health. That is definitely one. And if you think number 1 would also apply, then you put both those specific aims into your lesson plan. But you cannot write all 6 of them. They have got to match with my content area. So underneath here, where it says specific aims, I will go to the CAPS document and I will write number 1 in, and I will write number 4 in. Right. Now, lesson objectives, you remember, knowledge, skills, and values. Now, let's just think about diet and nutrition. What do I want these learners to know? about diet and nutrition? Well, I want them to know what diet is. Because most people think a diet is when you don't eat food and you get nice and thin. That's not diet. To go on a diet, yes, but the word diet doesn't mean to go and have no food. It's what you eat. That's your diet. And nutrition, I want them to know the meaning of those two words. I want them to know, learners will know about the food pyramid. Because I'm going to teach them about the food pyramid and the different types of food and how they are healthy for them. And that is what I want to teach them in knowledge. I want to put that stuff into their heads. Under skills, what do I want them now to do with this knowledge? Learners will be able to make good choices in their diet. Learners will be able to help other people make good choices in their families. You might be able to think of a whole lot others. And values. How do I want them to feel about this lesson on food? I want learners to appreciate food that they have to eat. I want learners not to waste food. I want learners to realize that there are hundreds of people out there who don't have food. And those are what I fill in those three parts. The next one is resources. What am I going to use in this lesson? And the next one is teaching strategies, which I'm not going to talk about now. I'll talk about it tomorrow. And tomorrow I'm going to show you the diagram, the spider diagram that we will use. And I'll use this lesson as an example. And that is why I need you to bring this document with you tomorrow to class. And we are going to go through this extensively so that over the weekend you can write your own, make your own spider diagram to hand in so that you can teach the lesson next week. I hope it's been very clear to you, and I hope you've all understood. If you don't, please let me know. Thank you.